Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the bench. Welcome to the workbench. You're looking at, I'm going to call this the 7030 parts bin build, just to distinguish it from the other parts bin build. So, anyway, I got this Capra cage on Amazon for pretty cheap. I got the Wraith skid, Axial Wraith skid. And I got a set of Wraith links that I only use 4 links from the kit. So basically 4 links. They're all uppers too. I use the uppers. The cage kit and the skid. So element. Stealth transmission there. It's flipped. It's the 11% overdrive, and I got an overdrive gear set in this axle, in the front axle. AR60 axles. TRX4 shocks with Ace Hardware springs. I've got Castle Creation Sidewinder 4 with Team Brood Racing, an old Team Brood Racing Riot XL 1450 kV outrunner motor. So that's cool. So to get this Wraith skid to fit, I had to cut about 3/4 of an inch off each side to narrow it down to the width to fit between the chassis sides, basically the boat sides part of the chassis. And that's one of the pieces right there. I just took my angle grinder, the 4.5 inch angle grinder, and cut it. So when I did that, though, if you're all familiar with the Wraith skid, it's got a dual shear upper link mount. So when I did that, it turned it into a single shear, which you can see right there. Single shear threaded. So, I mean, maybe there's some weakness there, but we'll find out. I really don't think so, because it's pretty hefty aluminum. And a lot of the other upper links on most other rigs, or many other rigs for that matter, mount on a single link mount. So I'm running a FlySky GT3B radio. What else? What else is going on? Classic Amazon 35 kg Chinese internet servo. Till I got something in the works for that. I got something on order. I think I got a 40 kg in the mail. So, oh yeah, I'm running Proline Hyrax 2.2s on Proline beadlocks. So that's cool. And I would like to say that these foams in here are DIY foams that I cut out of a big old flat chunk of foam from Joann's. And I don't know where you all are in the world, but here in southern Utah we got Joann's. And I got this big old sheet of foam here, green looking open cell, pretty soft foam. So I set those tires up with the DIY foams, and I've got a set of 1/9 foams that I've cut out of I would just call it they're my prototype set of 1/9s. I'm going to go through and cut another one out. They're not the greatest, but this is what we're looking at. It's kind of thick, kind of wide, I mean, so I might end up narrowing them up a little bit. But basically that's my DIY foam. The whole sheet of foam from Joann's, which was 1 square yard, cost 20 bucks and some change. So it's definitely, yeah, an alternative for foams. So I'm gonna go ahead and put together another set of 1/9 foams and mount some other wheels and tires that I've got kicking around. So I'll make a separate video for that when it's time. Yeah, so anyway, DIY foams. You can kind of see that it's quite squishy, quite the squish. So anyway, we'll get a running video with this rig and see how it performs. Oh yeah, before I close out, I will say that the link geometry was kind of tricky to figure out, so I could get everything in here without any sort of contact with the drive lines and whatnot. So these front link mounts, these front links I should say, I had to really get a good bend on, and these were Wraith lower links, stainless steel Wraith lower links. So I put them in a vise and put a good bend on them to get them to kind of run longer, you know, and then sweep across over that drive shaft. So, and this drive shaft really, I mean, it doesn't even contact. There's just a C hair of space between it and the drive shaft on full compression, and you can see it right there. I'm wiggling the drive shaft. It's loose, and that's the tell that there's no contact. Everything in this thing is super tight, and it fits like with minimal clearance. So everything's full stuff all the way, and it works pretty well. I mean, at least on the bench. I need to get it out and field test everything, but oh yeah, and these panels. I did not buy panels with the kit. It did not come with the side panels or hood panel. So what I did is I took an old faux carbon fiber file folder deal, one of these accordion style file folders, and I made a sacrifice to the radio controlled gods and got some panels built. So looking pretty good. I did not put a roof panel on because I don't need a roof panel. And I don't need that light bar on here either. I didn't mount it, but I'm not liking that piece being open. I don't know if I should put that light bar in there for fun or if I should just lop those things off. Lopping them off is always an option because hack jobs are fun. But I'm not sure. I mean, no need for the light bar. I'll probably lop those off. Anyhow, this is the parts bin build 7030. That's what I'm going to call it, 7030 parts bin build.